watching Dukascopy TV. I'm Elaine, Stenson, and I'm joined in the studio now by Francois Savary, Chief Investment Officer with Reyl Bank. He's here with me now to discuss the minutes that were released yesterday from the Federal Open Market Committee meeting. So Francois, many policymakers favoured the tapering of quantitative easing soon. When do you think that this is likely to happen?
I don't think it will be September. I think it will be October or during the fall. I believe that for the time being, when you read the minutes, clearly there are some people who are asking for some patience. So I do not believe September. October is, to my point of view, when it's going to happen.
Since the minutes have been released, what have been the effects on the markets?
Clearly there was a kind of unsettled consequences for the market. There was some tension on bond yields. Equity market went down, but it was a short-term phenomenon. I believe that tapering is quite expected right now. It's not so much an issue for the equity market or for the bond market. I believe that down the road now we are back to fundamentals, and where it is very important is to see EPS growth in Europe and in the US sustaining or supporting an equity market performance.
And federal policymakers are much more behind Bernanke than they were before. Why do you think this is? What do you think has changed?
The key development for the Fed in the coming months is the fact that Mr. Bernanke is going to leave the Fed as chairman of the Fed, and that a new Fed chairman or chairwoman is going to lead the Fed from January onwards. So I believe that this is key for the Fed members to really rally around Fed Chairman Ben Bernanke to show that they support the new course of monetary policy, which is tapering in the US for the coming quarters. So I think that this is the main reason. The Fed members do not want to see instability or uncertainty around the Fed Chairman Bernanke departure.
And interest rates were also discussed. What do you think is going to happen in that level?
I believe that for interest rates we have time. They are not going to increase before 2015. I believe that first you need to get rid of quantitative easing. It will be a slow and kind of long process, and the ultimate instrument for the Fed will be to raise interest rates, but I don't see that happen before 2015.
So if tapering is implemented, what will this mean going forward for the US?
It means uncertainty, the continuation of the uncertainty environment that we are living in since 2007. But it means that the role of the Fed and the impact of decision and words by Fed members is going to be key. I believe that the macroeconomic issues will remain a significant one for financial markets. And then you can have negative consequences from tapering. If the Fed is moving too fast, too far, then it could slow down the economic activity in the US. So those are the kind of consequences we could face in the future.
If the economy does slow down, is there a chance they could bring back in quantitative easing?
Clearly, they have said that they are very flexible, and that even if they go for a tapering by the fall of 2013, they will consider the continuation of the process with due consideration of economic activity. So clearly they are very flexible. If they see that economic activity is slowing down too far, too fast, then they will go back to quantitative easing if necessary.
And the US economy has really improved. Do you think that this was mainly down to quantitative easing?
Very difficult to say. I believe that it's a debate that is going to continue for years. You have some people who support the case that quantitative easing was very effective in helping the economic recovery. Others say that it's absolutely not the case. So I believe you cannot give an answer to this question right now. It will be a debate for economists in the coming years.
Francois, thank you so much for that. Thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome.
And that's all we have time for now, but do check back later for further updates and interviews from the Dukascopy TV team. Bye for now.